this is the day I was proposed. That was back in 2014, I think. And this was our civil marriage. And this is the only picture I have of now. This is after our Indian marriage. As you can see, the mehendi on my hand. Hi guys, namaste, welcome back to Nash Vlogs. My name is Nash and Nash Vlogs welcomes you here. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the videos, please don't forget to click on the super thanks so that you can join our super thanks community and also the membership. And this is a new thing that YouTube has brought about, and we just need to put it right there for you guys to know about it. So this is a requested video, and I have seen the comments in more than 2 to 3 videos, and different videos by the way, and I was like, why not make the video for you guys? So here it is. Today is the day I'm going to be showing you guys our marriage pictures. Unfortunately, we don't have the videos, and this is to be specify, this is the Ugandan traditional marriage, like my culture, like I'm calling traditional marriage. And before I go ahead, I need to put this clear that our marriage was a rushed, like it was something that was not planned for a long time. We dated for 2 years, and then my husband proposed to me, and we dated for another 1 year, and then my husband had to, we let our parents think about it, blah blah blah. It's a long story, but we need to sit down with my husband and tell you about that story. So once all the parties agreed about our marriage, I was at work. I remember one day my husband had already proposed to me, and of course, like, we were just waiting for that day, the big day, right? So my husband calls me while I was at work on a Tuesday. I remember it was specifically a Tuesday, and he was like, hey, do you know what, you should come home early, like to his place. And I'm like, why, what's wrong, what happened? And he's like, no, I need to tell you something, and it's a surprise for you, right? So I get back from work super early that Tuesday, and I come to his home, and I literally find like a lot of people he had invited, Indians, his boss and stuff like that, and they had agreed on our marriage, and they had fixed a date as well. So now you can imagine, I was told on a Tuesday, and our marriage was supposed to happen on a Sunday, right? So it was just, I didn't have the time to plan everything like according to everybody. Like in Uganda, of course, they get time 6 months before, or how many months before, they do meetings, they do all those things. We didn't have meetings, we didn't have any contributions for anybody. It was all on us. Now in this few days, I had to think of what to put on. I had to think of what my husband is going to put on. He was not familiar with all the cultures, like all these things that are going to be happening on our traditional marriage, and I had to get ideas from everybody, and then I had to look for bridesmaids and stuff like that. It was so hard on my side, but we finally did it. In the few days that we had, my friends, my family, everybody was around to help me out, and we finally did it, and we made it happen. So for our civil marriage, we had a lot of pictures like for the civil marriage, but still, unfortunately, we lost all that, because for the civil marriage, we didn't make something like this. We thought, like, it's we're having phones and stuff like that, and everything is safe. And by the way, at that time, I didn't have any idea that I'm going to be a YouTuber, so it was not a big deal for me to keep all those things. And when we lost them, I was like, anyway, cool, but we already married, so we have the traditional marriage photographs, and what else do I need? And for our Indian marriage, like for your own information, I traveled to India alone with no friend, no family, nobody, with only my husband. And of course, I was new to the culture, I was new to the environment, and I just needed to first blend in before I did anything that was out of the way, before knowing how my family is, my family would react. So I literally didn't shoot anything. And since my husband is from a typical Indian family, and when I say typical, I mean typical, like we didn't have any photographs by then, you know what I'm saying? So we just went to a temple, we got our marriage done from there, and I didn't mind about all this stuff, by the way. All I was minding about was, we are married in the right way, and we have the certificates and stuff like that. So we don't really have pictures from the Indian marriage. I have a few that I'm going to be showing you guys. I think 1 or 2 that I had taken after the marriage, the time that we were coming back from India, and of course I wasn't in the Indian attire. and I just have, you know, the churi, the one for the newly married, and the henna that they had made on my hand, or mehendi, and that is all I had that could show that I was, you know, a new bride. So let us get started with the traditional wedding pictures of Uganda. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to our channel, once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video out. Let's dig in. So starting from here, of course, you can see what is written here. This is hardwood, like our album is wood, typical wood. And here you can see my name, and this is a short form of my husband's name. My husband's name is not Jit, but people misspell or mispronounce his name, and then he has to give them the short form of his name. As you can see here, his name is Biswajit, and they got married on the 20th of March 2016. And the ceremony was held at Silver Spring Hotel because, you know, we were going to hold a lot of people. Usually this ceremony is held in the girl's family, like in her ancestral home, but my home is so far away, and my husband was like, you know what, we're going to have a lot of Indians that are going to be coming, and since it is abrupt, we are not going to let everybody come to your village, so let's look for a hotel here. And then we decided to do at Silver Springs Hotel. So this is how the first page of the album looks like. So here it's called Introduction, and as you can see, Nash introduces Jit. As I told you, people call him Jit in a short form. And this is me. So this day I was putting on our tradition, like the Ankole traditional wear, the one they use for the traditional marriage. And this is what I had put on, and you know, everything, the ornaments, everything is a must to have. And look at how my husband was so tiny, like all of us were super tiny, you guys. And this is my brother. I don't know why I was crying anyway, but this is my brother, big brother, the eldest one. And this is my mom, as you can see, and this is my dad, and here we are. This is my husband's one of the big people in the company, I think, something like this. He was also invited, and this is just a summary of what was going to happen that day, right? So this is how it looks like. So when we go to the next page, we have me, of course, and my husband. You guys, my husband was so small, like we were so tiny, both of us. And as I said, these ornaments are supposed to be there on a bride in my culture. And yeah, so this is it. I didn't know how to put on necklaces by that time. You guys, I was so young. I was not yet 20. Yeah, I was 21, I think, at that time. And my husband was 31 at that time. Yes. And these are the people that were invited to the wedding, as you can see. And here my husband was seeking blessings from his boss. So this is my husband's boss, and this is my husband's uncle, and the rest are colleagues. And this is my husband's brother, like on his mom's side, this is his eldest brother. And here, I don't know what my brother was telling me, but whatever he was telling me really made me happy. And you guys, here I was so sad, like, you guys, I'm going to get married, and I am gone, I'm gone, there is no playing anymore and stuff like that. This was literally my matron. By that time we were super best friends, but we kind of ended the friendship for some reasons. And here as well, we were 3 best friends, by the way. So this is my current best friend. We are still so good. We grew up together literally, and we are still friends till now. And it was a sad and happy day, trust me. This one holding my husband's hand acted as his best man at that time, and I think he was just making him strong. I don't know what we were all thinking about or looking at, but yeah. And here I am with my husband as well. These are the bridesmaids. They are putting on the same, like the traditional wear of my culture, as you can see. So things were just super quick. We didn't have time to go and choose those fancy dresses. As you can see here, my brother, I think, was giving me out. So the eldest brother is the one that is supposed to be doing that. And yeah, and here my husband was putting the ring on my finger, as you can see. So our traditional marriage is like that. You have to give the ring to your wife, And then here we are showing off the ring, as you can see. So my husband is so nervous. You guys know he's so shy, but anyway, he had to do this, and we had to finish this. And yeah, here he's putting it on my finger again, as you can see. And here we just did a photo shoot with the ring on, and everything was just so beautiful. It was a very beautiful evening, you guys, as you can see. And here I was just getting so emotional. I don't know why. Maybe every bride cries. And to tell you the truth, I had told my husband, like, I'm not going to cry. I don't know why ladies cry during their marriage, but trust me, I did. So this is my mom, as you all know, and this one was my by then best friend's boss, and of course she was the one we invited her, and she came. And by the way, she was the one that was behind the jewelry that I was putting on. She had a jewelry stroke a boutique, and this is my mom saying hi to everybody just like a queen, and we were laughing. We were like, oh my god. This one is my dad. Plus here is my dad and my mom as well. As I said, it was a very simple thing. These ones are my husband's bosses that we had. So in my culture, my husband literally has to give gifts to his brothers-in-law, means my brothers. And this is what was happening here, as you can see. And here he was giving a gift that is called a kanzu in my language. Like, you have to give your brother-in-law this. And here he was giving, I don't remember what this is, but it's part of the tradition. As you can see, all these are just traditions. This is my sister, the one that I follow, and this is my best friend. And as you can see, girls are enjoying. So these are all my sisters. This is my eldest sister, this one follows her, this is my best friend, this is my cousin sister, this is as well my cousin sister because she's a cousin sister to her. So that is how we are related. And you see how they're enjoying here. Oh my god, she had a baby by then. This boy is a very big boy right now. My husband was shy to be fed in public because it doesn't happen to them during their marriage. So maybe things are changing these days. But yeah, and then here he's feeding me as well, and he's like, hey, don't eat too much. And that is why I was like, what? So he just loves making fun. As I say that we had a very simple wedding, we had a very simple cake as well, as you can see there. His brother is feeding him the cake, my brother is feeding him the cake, my brother is feeding me the cake, and this is my best friend, you guys. We met that time and our friendship has never broken. You know what I'm saying? She is this kind of person that calls me to just check on me. She left Uganda, by the way. She's settled in India. This is a very big girl right now. Her name is Priya, and we connected immediately. So we are best friends till now. And here they are again. I just love this family so much. This was our neighbor stroke my husband's colleague. She also left Uganda. And here my husband is serving cake to everybody. My mother getting cake from her son-in-law. Here my husband's colleague are bringing me flowers, saying he said this flower is for loving you, this flower is for treasuring you, this flower is for this. And my husband was shying, as you can see right here. So yeah, we just had a great evening, you guys. I love this picture. We also got a cake for my family because that is part of the tradition. You have to give them a cake. So this is what we're giving them right here. I don't know what my dad was telling him, but anyway, whatever it is. And then it was time for us to dance, but my shy husband couldn't. He was super shy, and this guy was like, you guys should give us a dance, like for real, take the shyness away. And then here he was trying to dance, but he was still shy. And here my sisters and friends are dancing, and here it is me and my friends dancing. As you can see, we had a great time. And here as well, and this one was my boss by then, and this was her daughter. So both of them were running a business, and both of them were actually my bosses, if I may say. So I was literally running the business for them. They were always out of the country, they were always not around. And here as well, she's talking to me, as you can see here, but she was the main boss, right? And that one behind in the green dress as well is her daughter. And this is me and my husband and his brother and our neighbor. I had a group photo with my parents, and we got a photo of both of them, a picture of both of them. And we had another one with my parents, and another one with my parents and his boss. And then here they were exchanging the dowries. So my husband brought dowry in form of cash. Here as well, and here as well. Here we are done with that. We literally have a lot of pictures in this photo album, but I only showed you those ones that I felt were important for you guys to be seeing. Most of them were for the people that had attended, and we didn't have a lot of people. We had about 100 or 150 people that had attended. We had a very simple and small wedding, but I'm so glad we did that, because if we were to do a very huge wedding, I think I would have gotten a heart attack. Now, everything that was arranged there was my husband's choice by that time, because of course it was our inputs. Like, nobody literally contributed for us, as everybody does in Uganda. Like, they get a lot of contributions here, including the venue, the dresses, what they're going to eat, the makeup, everything just comes out of contributions, and that didn't happen on our case. So everything was just on us, and I'm so glad that we managed to pull up this simple and beautiful evening for us to get together as a married couple. So in my culture, usually they take a bride price or maybe dowry as in form of cows, because that is the tradition that has been there for a long time in my culture. And other cultures, I believe, have other things, you know, they would ask for, like for their girl to get married. In Uganda, we have very different cultures, and they perform different types of traditional marriages, and this is mine. So mine, basically, the father sits down and the mother, and then they discuss about the like how many cows they've been wanting out of their daughter, and they come to a conclusion. They tell the boy, like, we need this much cows from you. And this, by the way, brings us to a question of who paid dowry. So you guys have been asking us as well, who paid dowry? Like in India, the girls are the ones that pay dowry, and in Uganda, it is the man that has to pay dowry. So on our case, it was my husband that paid dowry, because he was following the culture of Uganda, and yes, that is what he did. So my parents just sat down and decided how many cows they'll be wanting out of me. And then they were like, you know what, they usually do this. They sit down with a boy and they tell him, we need these cows for you to take our daughter, and if he can't, you know, come to that, or maybe if he can't raise the money to buy the cows for the family, he's like, you know what, I can't make that. And if the daughter loves the man, like if their daughter loves the man, she'll be like, maybe reduce on it and stuff like that. But long ago, I heard what they asked for is what you had to give. And right now, with everything that is changing, economy and stuff like that, I think they give the boy a chance to speak what he can manage, right? So my husband was coming to our home to ask for my hand in marriage. He came alone, like, trust me, he had nobody by his side. Usually people are them, right? So that when they speak about the dowry, they can, you know, say maybe reduce, or maybe that is too much, you can't make it. But my husband was alone, so when they told him like we need this much, so my parents were so generous, like they didn't want to, you know, exaggerate things like other people do when they see maybe a white person, or maybe when they see somebody from a different kind of culture or country, they'll be like, you know, this guy has money, let us take this much amount of cows. Like my dad and mom just sat down and they were like, you know what, they were genuine. They asked for 10 cows, and that is what they got from my husband. And my husband didn't bring cows, of course, he brought cash, as you guys have seen, and that was my bride price, and that is how our ceremony went. If you guys love the video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video as well, and leave us a comment down below and tell us what you think about our marriage, our traditional marriage in Uganda. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.